Hi, I want to bring to you an update from the North Carolina Department of Revenue. Governor Roy Cooper signed into law the North Carolina Coronavirus Relief Act 3.0. This was in first week of September. And there's one provision in that law that will affect you. If you have, and I'm sending this to those that do, qualifying children for the federal child tax credit. If you have at least one qualifying child for that credit, then you are entitled to a grant from the state of North Carolina for $335. Now, it's not per child. It's only one set amount of $335 regardless of how many children you have. So the state will look at your 2019 tax return as filed, and they will be looking at a data line on your North Carolina return, and it's line 10A. That line is an informational data line that tells North Carolina how many qualifying children you had for the federal child tax credit. In most cases, that data line filled out correctly, and it's relating to the North Carolina child deduction that's available. But in some cases, if you did not qualify for the North Carolina child deduction, but you were entitled to the federal child tax credit, that data line was completed with 0 and not the correct number. This is a common case that we're seeing with multiple software vendors and most paid tax preparers. You know, if there's no reason to fill out that data line, it wasn't completed. Now the state has come up and said, hey, we need that data line to send you this $335 grant. What that means for some of you is that we will need to amend your North Carolina tax return to properly report that number of the qualifying children you have for the federal tax credit. There's no cost to you, but we have to amend it. We have to do it in paper form, and you'll have to postmark and file this amended return by October 15th. If you have not filed your North Carolina tax return for 2019 yet, you will need to do so by October 15th in order to obtain this grant. They will not be accepting any other amended returns, filings of returns, or any revisions or original filings after October 15th in order for you to receive that grant. Now, they should be sending out the grant, I believe, around mid-December. If you have direct deposit information on your personal tax return, you will receive that by direct deposit. If you owed a balance on your 2019 return, or you had a refund issued by paper check, then you will also receive that grant by check in the mail. I have here the North Carolina Department of Revenue website. You can go here to their homepage. It's ncdor.gov. Right here at the top, first item in a red bar, they talk about this grant. You can click on that and read a little bit more about what it is, how it's calculated, what the total award is, how to apply for it. The FAQs here, frequently asked questions, that's where we are referring to about how to amend your returns. There's a step-by-step process that we need to go through. So just as a reminder, if you do not hear from us, be on the lookout mid-December. You should have a deposit at some point or a check in the mail for $335. If you hear from us in the next week or two, we're trying to get the amended return together so you can file that, so that you can receive that grant payment. And if you have not prepared and filed your 2019 return yet, it's imperative that you do so. Get that in on time by October 15th. All the best to you. Take care.